So, hi everyone, my name is Carla Hidalgo. It's very nice to have you here once again. I hope you are doing well. And today it's my pleasure to talk a little bit about future continuous and the negative and interrogative sentences. So, these topics are used in our daily life, so it's going to be interesting to learn more about it. So, pay attention, and we're going to start now. So, today we're going to learn about the future continuous and the negative and interrogative sentence. We're going to start with the future continuous. It says that the future continuous tense sometimes is also recognized as the future progressive, and it's a verb tense that indicates that something will occur in the future and continue for an expected length of time. We know that the some uses for this tense is to show us the duration of an action up to a certain point of time in the future. The action may continue further, as I said before. This tense has two different forms: will be doing and be going to be doing. And unlike simple future forms, the future continuous forms are usually interchangeable. For example, the form future continuous with will, the structure is will be plus the present participle. We have here some examples. The first one is this is a positive sentence. It says that you will be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight. The next one is an interrogative sentence, and it says, will you be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight? And the last one is a negative sentence, and it says, you will not be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight. Then we have the next form, that it's the form be going to. We have the structure here. For example, am is are plus going to be plus present participle. And we have examples like the last ones. First is a positive sentence, the next one is an interrogative sentence, and the last one is a negative sentence. The first one is you are going to be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight. And the next one is, are you going to be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight? And the last one is, you are not going to be waiting for her when her plane arrives tonight. So then we have that the future tense is used with action verbs only, because this is possible to do them for a duration, as I said before, because the action verbs describe activities, for example, running, eating, etc., etc. And the stative verbs describe states of existence, like being, seeing, and knowing. And to use the will plus be plus present participle, construction with a stative verb will sound very odd indeed. So we have here some examples, in the incorrect form of using it and also in the correct form of using it. The first one is, I will be being stressed tomorrow during my science test. That is the incorrect form. And the correct form is, I will be stressed tomorrow during my science test. The next one in the incorrect form is, when the sun comes out tomorrow, winter will be seeming like a distant memory. But the correct form is, when the sun comes out tomorrow, winter will seem like a distant memory. The next one in the incorrect form is, after I study, I will be knowing all the answers for the test. But the correct one is, after I study, I will know all the answers for the test. And as you can see, only the simple future tense is suited to a stative verbs, like to be and to seem. Well, then we have the interrogative sentence. But first, we have to know what is the function of an interrogative sentence. Okay, the basic function is to ask a direct question. It asks something or requests information. We use it frequently in spoken and written languages. They are one of the most common sentence types. And there are three basic question types. They are all interrogative sentence. The first one are the yes/no questions. The answer for these questions are yes or no. For example, do you want dinner? The answer is no, thank you. The next one are the question word or WH questions. And the answer for this one is the information. For example, where do you live? And the answer is in Paris. And finally, we have the choice questions. The answer for this one are in the questions. For example, do you want tea or coffee? And the answer is tea, please. And finally, we have the negative sentences. Well, we know that nobody likes the negative things, but in grammar, negative sentences are not necessarily a bad thing. These sentences include statements of things that are false. They don't have to be accurate or true. They are, for example, she does not speak Spanish. The negative sentences are declarative statements. That is, they relay information believed to be true. So in English, we create negative sentences by adding the word not after the auxiliary or helping verb. And the most popular helping verbs are a form of to be, including am, is, are, was, and were. Then we have that also we can make the use of the words do or will, but including do, did, and does before not. We have here some examples of negative sentences. For example, I am not flying to England. That is in the way to Nashville. They are not from Ecuador. He wasn't eating white rice. We were not sad when he moved away. And they don't practice yoga. Something important here is that when we mention contractions, we are talking an informal language or writing an informal language. But when we want to say something in a formal way, we have to avoid the contractions. Finally, we have here an exercise of making a negative and interrogative sentences. For example, here the main sentence is I hate running, and we're going to transform it into a negative and interrogative sentence. So it's like that. The negative is I don't hate running, or I do not hate running. The first one is informal and the last one is formal. And in the interrogative form is like that. Do I hate running? So this is the form that it has to be in a normal sentence, then in a negative, and finally an interrogative. So that's all for today, everyone. I hope that you learned something so you can put it on practice in your daily life. If you have any question, please write a comment and I will answer you. Have a good one, everyone. Stay safe and stay at home, please. Bye.